If you are looking for a workout to do in the comfort of your own home, well, scroll no further. I'm going to take you through a couple of great exercises that will get you nice and sweaty, as well as things to get you jump-started into your Krav Maga journey. I'm Jeremy Walker, and I'm the head Krav Maga instructor here at Savior Martial Arts in Suffolk, Virginia. And I'm going to take you through a couple of skills. We're going to do some kicks, we're going to do some punches, so I encourage you to find some space, clear the area, so that way you can train alongside me, and we're going to jump right into it. Now, before we go ahead and get our body warmed up with those exercises, I want to tell you a little bit about Krav Maga. Krav Maga comes straight from Israel. They teach it to their military, they teach it to their civilians, and it's a great way to defend yourself. And that's another thing. Krav Maga is not a traditional martial art. Krav Maga is a self-defense style. So it's designed to get you home safe. It's all about survival. So let's go ahead and get right to it with our exercises.
Our first warm-up is going to be flutter kicks. Now, first step, you're going to be on your back, hands underneath your waist, legs straight and off the ground. You're going to start by making small scissoring motions, keeping your heels from touching but getting as close as you can. You may do big, wide motions instead for an extra challenge, or you may do these smaller motions. But go ahead and practice 30 seconds flutter kicks with me. Our next exercise is starfish toe touches. You're going to be on your back, arms out, legs apart. One leg comes up, opposite arm comes to touch. Big thing to look out for, when you come up, I want your shoulder off the ground. Go ahead and practice 30 seconds with me. Exercise number 3 is push-ups. So I'm going to have my body flat, my arms shoulder width apart, bending my elbows all the way down, all the way back up, keeping my body off the ground. If you need, you may do it on your knees, still maintaining good form, but let's try it out, as many as you can do without putting those knees down. Our next exercise is going to be fast feet to push-ups. I want my heels off the ground, just having my feet jogging at a nice pace, and about every 5 seconds, I'm going to drop down to a push-up. When I do my push-up, I'm going to come up to a squat position, and as soon as I stand back up, it's right back to fast feet. Again, 5 seconds or so, push-up, back to the fast feet, keeping that good pace. Make sure you're breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Go ahead and finish with me. Our last exercise for now is going to be squats. I'm going to have my legs wider than my shoulders, bending my knees, keeping my back straight. I also want you to keep your hands up by your head for good practice, because it'll come important when we get to our punch defenses. We'll go ahead and crank out 30 seconds of squats.
Now that your body is nice and warm from all of those different exercises that we have completed, let's go ahead and move on to our combatives. So our combatives in Krav Maga are all about striking soft targets. I don't want to punch somebody in the shoulder because obviously that's not going to do much damage. I'm not going to be able to run after I punch somebody in the shoulder. Like I said, we're aiming for the soft targets. So groin is a popular target. We have right here to the upper lip, just below the nose. We have a target here to the side of the face, just behind the jaw. So like I said, those are the things that we'll be aiming for in our punches and our kicks. So let's go ahead and jump into our boxing combos.
So the first thing that we need is a fighting stance. I'm not gonna be throwing punches from here with my feet shoulder width apart. It's not a strong foundation. If I wanna build a strong house, you know I need a strong foundation. So our fighting stance is gonna look like this. I'm gonna take my right leg. If you would rather use your left, you of course may, but I'm gonna take that dominant leg and put it behind me. Both hands come up at my head. I'm not gonna have them by my head, but they're gonna be here at my face, and I'm gonna have that back leg kind of turned like 3/4 of the way. So a traditional karate guard position looks like this. I have my back leg turned facing the side, and my front leg is facing the front. In Krav, we wanna have that back leg turned a little bit, and my heel is already off the ground, as you can see. So this is our fighting stance. So boxing combo 1 is just a simple jab. So we're here, go ahead and follow along with me. Take that front arm, whether it's your right or your left, extend it out, pull it right back in. And as I do it, you can see, boom, I twist my body, putting my shoulder in front of my body. So we're here, fighting stance. Jab, boom, reset. Jab, boom, jab, ish, jab, ish. Practice with me. Jab, push, jab, push, jab, push. Really, the emphasis is on turning my shoulder. Now let's go ahead and move on to boxing combo 2. And as you'll see, as we're practicing these punches, we're building on top of the combo we already did. If we do boxing combo 1, it's just 1 punch. Boxing combo 2, 2 punches. So it's just building up from there. It's nothing too crazy. So fighting stance, boxing combo 2. Starts with that jab, boom. Again, twisting my body, pulling it right back in. And then for the reverse, I'm gonna move my head offline, kind of just to the side, and we twist our body even more using that right hand to get a ton of power. So we're here. Ready? Boxing combo 2, jab, twist, cross. Moving my head from here to here just by pivoting that foot. So ready? Boxing combo 2. Jab, cross. Ready? Full speed. Boxing combo 2. Go. Jab, cross. Go. 1, 2. Go. 1, 2. Go. 1, 2. All right, let's go ahead and move on to number 3. Again, only 3 punches. We're just building off of the previous combo. So, fighting stance. Ready? Jab, turning, cross, getting my head offline, and then for the last punch, it's gonna be a hook punch. So basically, I'm gonna hold onto a coffee mug, make sure my arm is at 90 degrees. I don't want it to be too open, because then I'm hitting with the wrong part of my hand. I wanna have it nice and tight, and all I do to build power is twist my body. I'm not using my muscle, I'm using my whole body to build power on this hook punch. So let's try it again from the beginning. Fighting stance. Jab, twist. Cross, heads offline. Hook punch. Get it ready, twist my body. And notice as I twist my body, this front leg pivots. So watch my feet, boxing combo 3. Jab, cross. Back heel's off the ground now. Hook punch, boom. Front leg's off the ground, or I should say front heel. My whole leg isn't off. The ball of my foot is touching. I'm building power from my hips twisting. So let's try out number 3 in the air. Ready? 3. Jab, cross, hook. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3. Go. 1, 2, 3. Go. 1, 2, 3. Again, really focusing on that pivot. All right? Now for the last one. We're gonna do boxing combo 4. 1 more punch. So we're here, first punch, jab, always jab. Then cross, hook, Again, twisting that front leg. And then for my last punch, it's very simple, another cross after our hook. So it's jab, cross, hook, cross. Let's try it out. Ready? Twisting our body, jab, cross, hook, cross. Go. Jab, cross, hook, cross. Again, a little bit faster. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Boxing combo 4. Ready, full speed. Go. Jab, cross, hook, cross. Really focusing on twisting my body. All right, so now what I want you to do is a little bit of a drill to practice your boxing combos. If you have a heavy bag, whether it's hanging or freestanding with water on the bottom, feel free to use that. However, if you're going to hit something, make sure that you hit it just right. So let's make a fist together. Take your hands, take the very tips of your fingers, curl them in, then curl it all the way down, and I want to put my thumb in front here. Obviously, I'm not going to have it poking out, so that way when I hit something, my thumb hits. We don't want that. I like my thumbs. I'm sure you do too. So we want to make sure we're hitting with the right part of our fist here. Now that I have a fist, these two knuckles right here, the biggest ones, my index knuckle and my middle finger knuckle, those are the primary impacts when I hit a punch. So let's say I'm hitting my heavy bag over here. I don't want to hit with the baby knuckles. You see how my wrist is bent? We don't want that. So one, you want a proper fist, nice and tight. Squeeze all that air out of there. And then two, you want to hit with the right part of your hand, these two knuckles. And then lastly, you want a straight wrist. If my wrist is bent in any way when I hit my target, whether it's a heavy bag or an assailant, I'm gonna hurt myself. We don't wanna hurt ourselves in a self-defense situation. Kind of goes against what we're trying to do. We're trying to get home safe. So when we do our boxing combos, I'm hitting with the right part of my knuckle, making sure I have a strong fist and a straight wrist. So go ahead and practice boxing combos 1 through 4, even just in the air. So I'm here, 1, 2, 3, making sure I'm twisting my body, or again, on the heavy bag. But go ahead and practice your punches for 1 minute and then join me for our inside 360.
All right, so after those boxing combos, our jab, cross, hook, cross, let's go ahead and move on to defense against punches to us. So we already know a traditional guard position, our fighting stance. I want to be here with my elbows in. If somebody tries to punch inside our guard, now what do we do? Let's go ahead and work on inside and 360 defense.
Now, inside and 360 are defenses against punches coming to our head. Whether it's inside our guard, they're punching straight between our fighting stance, or if they're trying to sneak around our guard and hit us in the side of the head, we're doing both of these defenses today. Now, obviously, as you're training at home, you may not have someone to punch you. I'm sure finding someone to punch you may be easy, but if you do not have that resource, I'm gonna practice along with you so that way it won't feel weird. But if you do have somebody to punch you, go ahead and have them practice with you so that way you get used to what it feels like to have somebody punching towards your face. Obviously, we're gonna start slow. I don't want you to go super, super fast at the very beginning. We're just getting this foundation and then we'll build from there. So, inside defense. How do I know which defense to do? If somebody punches, again, inside our fighting stance, right between our hands, we do inside defense. Inside the guard, inside defense. And it's very simple. Let's go ahead and walk through it together. So we're in that fighting stance, go ahead. I'm gonna have that back leg. If you remember, my heel is already off the ground. So we're here, both knees are bent a little bit. If they come inside our guard, I'm gonna take my hand side to side, keeping it upright, and I'm trying to impact with my lower forearm. I'm not trying to just swat somebody's punch out of the way, because if this guy is bigger and stronger, one hand slap is not gonna be enough to defend a straight punch coming right towards my nose. So I'm here, I'm hitting it out of the way with my whole forearm, again, keeping it upright. Now that's important because I don't want to drop my hand down because now this part of my face is super exposed. I still want to be protected as we're doing these inside defenses. So let's go ahead and walk through it. I'm gonna call out a direction. If I say left, block with your left. It may look like my right, this is my left. If I say right, block with your right. It's gonna be a little bit challenging though to be mirrored, but let's try it out. We're here in that fighting stance. We're relaxed, both knees bent. Ready? Left arm, block. Right arm, block. Right, block. Left, block. Left, block. Left, block. Right, block. All right? Now, as we're practicing, we're gonna do it again. However, I also want to add something else. When I'm doing my block, I don't just wanna use my arm. I'm 100% sure that this is gonna stop a punch, or at least stop a punch from hitting me, but I don't wanna just be 100%. I want even more. I don't know about you, but I don't wanna get punched. If somebody throws that punch to us, I'm blocking with my arm, but I'm also moving my head to the side. Let's try it out together. Here we go. Left hand blocks, but I also move my head to the side. It's not dramatic, it's just enough to get off the danger zone of that punch. So ready? We're here in that fighting stance. Left arm, block and lean. Right arm, block and lean the other way. Again, nothing too dramatic. Here we go. Right, block, lean. Left, block, lean. Arms upright, head to the side. Left, block, lean. Right, block, lean. Right, block, lean. Left, block, lean. Left, boom. Right, boom. All right, so same thing with the punches. Go ahead and practice your inside defense. Again, if you don't have a partner, go ahead and just practice it in the air. And if you do, once again, start nice and slow and then build it up from there. But go ahead and practice and come back for 360 defense. Awesome. All right, great work on those inside defenses. Let's go ahead and move on to 360 now. As you remember, inside defense is when they come inside our guard. 360 defense is when they try to sneak around with maybe a haymaker or a hook punch. You know what a hook punch is from our boxing combos. It's where I have my arm at 90 degrees, turning my body, but a haymaker is basically just a sloppy street punch where I have my fist and I kind of just swing my body. It's not super powerful, it's not one of the best punches, but obviously if a fist hits your face, it's not gonna be fun. So let's go ahead and work on 360. So 360 defense actually follows the first principle of Krav Maga. The reason we have those principles is whenever you find yourself in a self-defense situation, if I forget what to do, you think of the principles and I got it. So the first principle of Krav Maga is this: remove the threat, simultaneous counter-strike. If you want to go a little bit deeper, the first part is remove the immediate threat and then simultaneous counter-strike. I don't want to just keep on removing the threat. We're not just going to be here throwing straight punches over and over again. I'm not going to be playing patty cake in real life. We're just practicing it like that in these drills, so that way you have that foundation, you have the skill, and then we'll build it from there. So don't worry, as we're practicing these punch defenses, it's not going to be like that in real life, where I'm blocking, and blocking some more. It's going to be block, counter strike, and we're done. So 360, remove the immediate threat, counter strike. What's the immediate threat? Getting hit upside the face, right? So I'm gonna reach in, stop that punch from coming any closer, and same time, simultaneous counter strike to their nose or to their upper lip. Again, striking this soft target. So we're here in a fighting stance. Here comes that fist. It's coming to my right side. That right arm, the one that's closest. It doesn't make sense to cross, but my right arm reaches out, blocks that punch, simultaneous counter strike. Let's try it out together. Ready? Right arm, block, punch with your left. Go. Right side blocks, left side punches. Go. Boom. All right? Now, as we do it, I also want to shoot my hips backwards. That's going to give my punch a little bit more power if I'm standing normal, right? So we're standing normal again, right side, here it comes. Boom. Block punch, shooting my hips back, shoulders come up. Let's try it on the left side now. Here it comes. The one that's closest, my left arm, is gonna reach out, block, right arm, punch. Let's try it out. Ready? Left side. Go. Boom. Block punch, shooting those hips back. making sure my arm is unbendable. Kind of like inside defense, I'm also aiming for my lower forearm when I'm doing that block. I'm not just, again, swatting it out of the way. I'm stopping that punch from coming any closer. So here's a tip as you practice 360 defense. Don't wait for their punch to get way out here before you try to stop it. Out here, it has a ton of power. Imagine a baseball bat. If I'm here, starting my swing, you throw the ball, here is where I want to hit it, right? It has no power back here. If I hit the ball with the bat right here, obviously it's going to go nowhere. It's going to hit it and drop. That's what we want. We don't want this punch to have any power when it reaches us. So here it comes. He's getting ready to throw that punch. We shoot in, block, and counter strike. So let's try a couple in the air, and then I'll give you a minute to practice on your own. So ready, fighting stance. Left side, block, punch. Again, it may be mirrored. Ready, left, block, punch. Right, block, punch. Right, block, punch. Hips back. Left, block, punch. Left, block, punch. Right, block, punch. And right, block, punch. All right, guys, go ahead and practice for 1 minute and come back for some kicks.
So now that you are comfortable with your inside and 360 defense, somebody tries to punch us straight inside our guard, we know what to do. If they come up with a haymaker, we also know what to do. So let's go ahead and move on to our kicks now. Again, striking those soft targets. So to the groin, just below the belly button. A lot of our kicks in Krav Maga, by the way, never go above the chest. We never kick to the head because I don't want to open myself up to that position, to getting tackled down to the ground. So like I said, let's go ahead and move on to our kicks, and then we'll be wrapping it up from there.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to our very first kick in Krav Maga. So like I mentioned in the very beginning, you may have to fight dirty. We're attacking these soft targets. Attacking somebody in the shoulder isn't gonna let us get away. It's just gonna piss them off. So if I do a groin kick, that kind of buys me some time so I can get away safely. So for groin kick, I'm gonna start in my fighting stance. The main thing we're gonna be hitting on our foot is the top of our foot and the bottom of our shin. So when I do my groin kick, my foot is pointed like a ballerina, kicking straight up through their legs. So we're here in that fighting stance. I'm gonna take that back leg, snap it out, attacking with top of the foot, bottom of the shin. Full speed, groin kick, landing it back down behind me. I don't want to do my kick and land it out in front because that just creates the opportunity for them to snatch up that leg and take us for a takedown. So let's go ahead and practice it in the air now. Fighting stance, first part, chamber, pointing those toes. Next, I'm going to release my kick. I'm going to pull it right back down behind me for the recoil. So ready, on, go. Show me a groin kick in the air. Go. Groin kick, reset. Go. Groin kick. Go. Groin kick. Now notice as I do it, I'm also leaning my body backwards, moving my shoulders. Here, kicking, pulling it back. It's gonna give my kick a little bit more power, and it kind of just gets me away from a punch, whatever they may try to do when I kick them in the groin. So go ahead and practice a couple of groin kicks and come back for a snap kick. So now that you have practiced your groin kick going straight between the legs, now let's move on to a snap front kick. This time I'm attacking the enemy's hips or the spot just below the belly button, the stomach. I'm trying to create some space between us so that way we can get home safe. So I start again in my fighting stance. Now, similar to our last kick, this is a very specific target on my foot. I'm not just hitting with the bottom of my foot. So what I'm gonna do is pull my toes back so that way I hit with the ball of my foot and not just the heel. That's a different kick. So again, we're doing a snap front kick. Hands are high, I'm in that fighting stance. Take that back leg, chamber, snap out, hitting with the ball, thrusting my target backwards. Again, I'm gonna put that kick behind me so they can't scoop it up. All right, so full speed, front snap, having them shoot backwards. All right, so let's practice it in the air together. We're here, fighting stance. That right heel is off the ground. I'm ready to burst off, having full speed. Let's take that back leg, chamber, kick, and pull it right back. Again, pulling those toes back. Ready? And go. Boom. Front snap. Go. Boom. Again, leaning those shoulders back. Two more. Go. Snap kick. And go. Boom. All right. So go ahead and now practice snap kick in the air or on a heavy bag if you have one, and come back for the last kick. So after you've practiced your snap kick, let's go ahead and move on to a side kick. Now a side kick is exactly what it sounds like. It's a kick to the side of our body. Maybe I don't have time to turn and face the attacker before they get to me. They could be already on the charge. So let's go ahead and walk through a side kick. The technique is I take the leg that's closest to the attacker and pick it up in front of me. I'm not gonna kind of swing my leg out to the side. I start in front. So it's chamber, kick out to the side, and it's very important that when I do it, my toes are horizontal as well. So I'm facing, minding my own business. Here comes the attacker, chamber in front, stomp out to the side, primarily attacking with my heel instead of the ball of the foot. So one more time, this is full speed, hands high, chamber kick, boom, put it right back down. All right, so let's practice it in the air. I'm facing my body to the side, minding my own business. Take the leg that's closest, chamber, kick out, really leaning my body over to maintain that balance, as well as to throw as much weight as I can into that kick. So we're here, chamber, kick, and recoil. Full speed, ready? Side kick, go, boom, having your toes sideways, go, boom, leaning that body, go, boom, two more, go, side kick, and go, side kick, awesome. All right, now for the side kick, a couple of targets. I can target the attacker's knee, I can attack ribs, and as you remember, never, never, never kick to the head. Even if you can go that high, we want to lower the risk of them grabbing onto our legs. So go ahead and practice side kick and come back.
If you've made it this far, that means you have completed your very first Krav Maga lesson. We've done a great warm-up together. We've also started on our boxing combos, inside 360, and some basic kicks. So after your workout, I would encourage you guys to go ahead and click the link below, and that'll take you to our Facebook group where we post Krav Maga material almost daily. And before we go ahead and wrap this video up, I want to talk a little bit about de-escalation. As I mentioned in the very beginning of the video, Krav Maga is a self-defense style. It's all about getting you home safe. You're gonna hear me say that over and over and over again, because your Krav Maga mindset is almost just as important as your Krav Maga skill set. So when it comes to somebody assaulting us in the outside, the real world, it could be somebody trying to steal toilet paper from our grocery cart, it could be somebody trying to hassle us for money at the gas station, whatever it may be, I don't want to start the situation. And as cliche as it may sound, the self-defense situation can be avoided by not being there at all. When it comes to a knife attack, don't be there. When it comes to somebody trying to punch you in the face, don't be there. And like I said, it may sound a little funny at first, but that is the mindset that I want to have. I am not going to start the fight. I'm not going to bring my hands up. If somebody comes up to me and I can tell just by their kind of atmosphere that this person may be wanting to start trouble, I'm going to have my hands down low, talk to them. I don't want any trouble. I don't want to fight you. And that's what Krav Maga is all about. So like I said, go ahead and click that link below, join our Facebook group, join our Krav Maga family, and I hope to see you guys next time.